Well, hey family, how are y'all doing this evening? I'm Eve with the baby's booty, and we are coming to you tonight with some more bling. Now, I thought about messing with y'all and coming in here and letting you know that we are going to bling on some underwear and then show you what that looks like. But then I was like, I ain't finna mess with them people like that because they know I'm crazy enough to do it, but I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I just thought it would have been funny, but we're not. I'm going to behave tonight very well. I promise. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you missed a good show. But at any rate, tonight, what we are going to bling on is a hoodie where we are going to combine embroidery with rhinestones because I didn't get to do it this weekend and that was not fair. So I'm going to do it tonight and I'm going to get it done. And then, in addition to that, we're going to bling out a jean jacket so that we can give you guys some really solid tips on how to get a really good bling out on a jean jacket. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun tonight. And this jean jacket that I got is the one that we picked up at Old Navy. Remember when I was modeling the Old Navy stuff, the show that I was telling you about? If you missed it, you need to go back and watch that Old Navy show later on. I promise. It's a whole fool. But at any rate, once we do our jean jacket and once we do our hoodie, then we'll be done. And y'all know how it is. Stuff takes time, things happen, crap happens. So who knows how long it's going to take, but we'll try and get through this as because as possible. But meanwhile, I want to say, hey, how y'all been doing? I feel great. I just want to let you know that because y'all know I was on vacation this past weekend. We left on Thursday. And I'll definitely say that for the most part, it was a excellent, actually, the vacation itself, being able to get away with the team, my kids and my husband and the grandbabies, and we had a really good time. We spent a lot of time together. We played a few games. We chit chat. We ate like we just didn't have low metabolism. One of us, two of us have high metabolisms, but everybody else does not, and we should have known better, but we didn't. But aside from that, we had a really good time together, and I was really grateful for the opportunity to be able to just get away and do that. Was it a good vacation? I still had to work. I know a lot of people like, you don't know how to work, not work. Okay, well, yeah. I had to answer emails. I had to answer instant chats. I had to do some other business with some other projects that I got going on in the background, and work with folks with that. So, and then picked up something else. Go figure. Yeah, as if I'm not busy enough. But at any rate, I did. And so, aside from the little work that I did do, I will say this Saturday afternoon. No, 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 no. Do I want to say Saturday afternoon? Friday evening, after we got off from live, all the way to when we landed here back home, I did not do anything but what the heck I wanted to do. So I will say that. As a matter of fact, we ended up with a little bit of a situation where me and Mr. McQuackins, both of our phones were out of service. So it was like, fam, yeah. So if you sent an email or if you sent an instant message and it took a while for us to answer it, that's why. So it was a forced vacation, so to speak, and I am grateful for it. We had a really good time. So aside from that, I know y'all didn't come on to hear all that. So let's get into the chat. Now, I'm not going to get to go ahead on and say hi to everybody, but I'm going to try and say hey to as many people as I can. Oh my God, y'all have been chatting for a while. I'm not going to be able to get through all these people, but we got craftable things in here. I'm going to holler out to the members, those who have subscribed to this channel and who have become members on this channel as well. definitely gonna holler y'all out right now because Craftable Things is first and foremost in the house. And I gotta show y'all what she did for us, right? It was amazing. I gotta show y'all that. Gotta figure out how I'm gonna show it to you, but I'm gonna show it to you. Then we got Sharon Davenport, Anita Allman, Making with Marilyn, Leela Nelson, EJ's daughter. All of these are members in our channel. Creations by Kay Aisha. Sheila Cushenberry. She's a member in there. Viola Floyd, Shirley Dabney. We got Joanna Holmes. We got Nicole Reeves, Teresa's sister Hart, Crafts and Things. We also got Beverly Smith. This is Awesome Sauce Tanya. Hey, Tanya, honey. Girl, I was trying to take pictures of the group, and I promise you, all I could think of was like, Tanya, you be fussing at me right now because we just did the whole cheese thing, and I know I heard you in the back of my head, and it was just the funniest thing. D. Smith, Yvonne Hudson, Andrea Ross, you guys, thank you so very, very much. Chris Clavo, Beverly Smith, I think it's Beverly Smith, not sure. LaShonda Rice. We also have Mary Brown, Diane McCoy, Denise Tanksley. I mean, come on, fam. EJ's daughter. Thank y'all. Simone Langley, good evening. I just really appreciate you guys. Karen, Nicholas, welcome. Thank y'all so very much for being members of the YouTube Who group and supporting our channel financially. I am honored. So very, very honored. I really appreciate that. So, Sheila Cushenberry, no, the grandbabies did not get to ride the train. It rained like slap washout. We got there Thursday. Thursday was beautiful when we got there. Friday and Saturday, pouring rain. So it was just like, you know what? Nah, this ain't gonna work. And then when we got up this morning, beautiful sunshiny skies, a little crisp. But I did find out that the tickets I bought for the Tweetsy Railroad are not date specific. So we can use them anytime. So I guess in a couple of months from now, we'll be able to take the babies down there and let them go ride the train. Tanyika Johnson. Hey, honey, welcome. She said, I just purchased my first rhinestones from the buy-in and a buy now. Congratulations, girl. You're going to love your beautiful bling when you get it. We back in town. So all the buy now orders that have been hanging out are going to be sent out tomorrow when the crew gets here. Rare Fine Designs, love your name. Welcome. Haven't seen you here before, so thank you for joining us. Jesse Gibson, hey, honey, welcome. I'm going back through some folks who are in here. Laura Trevino, we got Sherelle Green, Ernique, hey, honey, Ashita, hey, Sheeta, how are you? Welcome. Got to meet you in person. I love meeting folks in person. Love it. Rook Dead Poi, PJ Coppage, Crafty Puerto Rican, hey honey, welcome. Then we got Josette, York Lovell, welcome. Lisa, welcome. Jacqueline's Own, Sherelle Green, Betty Pruitt Harris. We got Miss Meanie. Wow, Miss Meanie. I love it. That be me on certain days. So I like that name. Nisi, one of the McQuacklings is in the house. That's what's up. Sandra Lott Guillory, welcome. Denise Jackson, welcome. Sonia Burnett, welcome. Stacey Campbell, welcome. Michelle Allen, welcome. To Be Young, Gifted, and Black. Gina Goins, welcome. Marsha Donahue, Jennifer Vincent, welcome. Precious Pieces, hey honey bunny. Just Paper Crafting, Tianda Dunn, Baby Giant Services, Just Craft Therapy, Marsha Donahue, welcome. Y'all, welcome. I'm scrolling to the bottom. I appreciate you all for hanging out with us. Please smash the like button for the bling. This hair is hairy. Oh, girl, I don't know what the world is going on. The Lord is blessing the locks. I ain't figured it out. It's growing and I can't stop it. I threatened to cut it off, but we ain't gonna go there. All right, so I am. Oh, my other McQuackling is in the house. Where's she at? Where's she at? There she is. She's to my hashtag Tweetsy. Here I come. Yeah, she is. And thank you. Where did I see it? Thank you, Miss Becky 7227. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's see. Design with Love just got a new HTV auto heat press. Holla! Yes, honey. Yes, congratulations on your new heat press baby. If anybody else got a baby, definitely let us know. And Jesse Gibson talking about he just placed his first order. Holler. We love it. We love it. We love it. Thank you so very much. Now, I don't know how well this is going to go down. I'm going to try my best to show this. And I'm going to see if, oh, you know what? That's why I can't show it that way. My bad. Right here. Now, please forgive the one little knucklehead in the picture. Okay. But I want to show you guys the McQuacklings. And we had a all out ball and we took pictures. Some kind of which way I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this to let's see, zoom. Come on, focus something. I don't know how to get it to focus on the screen itself. Let's see. Will it focus on my baby? There she is. There's the McQuacklings, and now it wants to reflect everything else. But there's my babies. And because it reflected onto the camera, it oh, that's why the picture was going off. My bad. Let's see if I can't make it go bright again. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. So they're my babies. And if you'll notice, they have uniforms on, courtesy of Craftable Things, with their baby's booty t-shirts on. Even the grandbabies got their baby's booty t-shirts on. How super cute. So if you order from the buy now or the buy in, those are the lovely folks who help me and Mr. McQuackins get these orders together and get them out. And then we also have the aunties and my mom who come and help as well. Everybody's part-time, so we don't have any full-time folk. Well, actually, I'm lying. The one of my oldest son, he's basically full-time, but everybody else is part-time. And we try and get it done the best that we can. So we appreciate your orders. First off, we definitely appreciate that. Then we appreciate your patience, your kindness, and definitely if you have any questions, any concerns, just hit us up in our email. We would love to help get everything where you're happy, and whether we can smooth it out as best as we can. If anything arises, we don't get very many issues at all, and I love that. I'm grateful for that, because we put a lot of procedures in place. We've learned over the months, but we do want to make sure, just reach out to us in our email, give us a little bit of time, because we all work. Ain't nobody sitting around chilling doing nothing. So I'm usually helping with orders or helping get things together. So if I'm not getting to your email, it's probably because I'm working. Me and Mr. McQuackins, or our other little customer service assistant. So just throwing that out there. And of course, if you have questions in the Facebook group, I don't have any problem answering questions in the Facebook group at all. Okay. Just be cautious how you reach out to us. All right. So at any rate, let us get into the bling. So I am going to show you guys what actually, that's the wrong screen. Let's put that down and move this over. I'm going to show you what I'm going to cut out. The link to this is in the description, and I haven't cut it out yet, mainly because my graph tech. So when I cut out rhinestone templates, used to be I would use the Cricut prints, and Prince has been moved for the time being. Prince is still there. Prince is still active, but Graphy kind of like, So I don't use. The main reason I had Prince was for cutting out rhinestone templates. Well, now that I have Graphy, Prince, kind of had to get replaced, because we needed an extra silhouette for our labels. And so for the time being, Prince is chilling. He's still there, but we're using Graphy to cut this out, because if I use Graphy, it'll be done in no time. So let me show you what I'm cutting out today. Hey, Patrice. And this is going to be put on the jean jacket, okay? Because I've already cut out the other design that's going on the hoodie, all right? Because that's the design that we did with Patrice and Marilyn on Friday, but I didn't get to do my embroidery. So I'm going to do the entire project on a hoodie, and then the bling for the jean jacket. So let me zoom in on this thing. Let's see if this works. Yes, it does. And the reason why I'm showing this to you guys and why we're choosing to do this one, and let me see if I have the website actually before I get into, nope, I do not. Hang on, let me pull up the website too, because I know somebody's going to ask, and it doesn't make sense to not have it pulled up. That way you can see it, right? Right. Okay. So the website is there. Let me come shorten that. And I'm going to show you. Oh, 7 months. Thank you, Kevin. Congratulations. Holler. Yes, honey. Yeah, 7 months. You've been putting up with me for that long? I love it. Thank you. I appreciate it. So let's share the screen. Entire screen. Bloop. And this is what I'm cutting out for the jean jacket. And this is going to go on the back of the jean jacket. And it is El Tigre. I'm pretty sure that's how I say it. It's been, some years since I've taken Spanish. But at any rate, we have a tiger design that we're going to put on the back of the jean jacket. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Now, this particular design is from Rhinestone Mechanic. Okay, so let's pull that up and let you guys see Rhinestone Mechanic. Rhinestone Mechanic is oh y'all, and also before I get into this, actually too deep into it, I might skip over something and miss something. If I do, I apologize. My sidekick is back there knocked all the way out. So Mr. McQuackins generally highlights stuff and helps me find stuff and all that jazz. Him is out. Okay. He's tired. So he's resting. So he's not in here. But at any rate, so I'm gonna go. Rhinestone Mechanic is a designer. I've been referring you guys to him for a long time. I've been buying designs from him for years. Okay. And this design, the reason why I'm choosing this design is because there was an event in Charlotte this weekend, and it was called Charlotte Shout. Okay. And in the Charlotte Shout, a lot of folks came together. There were a lot of events going on downtown Charlotte. It ran from the day overall into the evening. I mean, it was a nice time. Now, I was out of town, but my youngest daughter went to the event. And you know what she told me? She said that for every 3 guys that she saw out there, one of them had on rhinestones of some sort, whether it was a shirt, whether it was a jacket, whether it was shoes, something. Rhinestones, y'all, are hot right now. Okay. I'm just, especially with the young folk, but it's hot regardless. There have been celebrities spotted in concert and otherwise wearing rhinestones. And like I've been telling you, wait a minute, what? Hold on. I got to do it. I got to do it. Listen, Linda, listen. Listen, Linda, listen. Y'all know how it is around here. Okay. If you don't know, because you might be new. If you new, drop a new in the chat. Okay. Drop a new. I'm new. So we'll know. And when I'm saying new, I'm talking about the last 3 months. If you're new, I'm going to school you. If you're not new, then you already know this because I talk about it frequently. Around here, we want to help you make money with your crafting. Okay. And we don't want you to just be out here buying sublimation machines, embroidery machines, and this and that, and not making money off of it. Everything that we do around here has a profit to it where you can make money. So we come up with projects and we're like, okay, you may want to check this out here, do this project, blah, blah, blah. Every so often. Wait a minute. Let me come a little bit closer. Every so often, I tell y'all, fam, this is hot right now. Every so often I do it. It's not super frequent, but it's frequent enough. I told y'all back in pre-COVID. Oh, no, not pre-COVID, just after COVID. I said, y'all need to be making face masks. Get out your sewing machines. Here, I done found an embroidery design to make face masks. Those that jumped on the bandwagon was some face mask making fools, and they was making money hand over fist because we had to have face masks, and didn't nobody want to wear that blue face mask that you get from the hospital. They wanted custom stuff. So we were out here making custom face masks, and folks was making money. So much so that I was sick of face masks. I didn't want to see not another face mask request in my inbox. Period. I just didn't, because I couldn't chase people away. Then it came down to DTF. When I found out about DTF, now I have been looking for years for a way to make money with t-shirts. An easy way to make money, because to me, what do you call it? Screen printing to me was just so messy. I mean, not saying it's a bad way to make money, because you can, but screen printing has some limitations to it. And we've talked about this in the past. I'm not going into it because it take me forever. Screen printing has limitations. Embroidery had limitations, especially when it came to t-shirts. Vinyl, geez Louise, vinyl had limitations. This was a lot of work for all of those things to go on t-shirts until and sublimation. Sublimation was easy, not easy, but easy to do on t-shirts, but you were restricted. You were limited to white t-shirts, because at the time they didn't have the fancy t-shirts where it's like all the rest of the t-shirt is one color, but the front is white, so that you can match and all that jazz. We didn't have that. We just had white t-shirts. And not everybody could do the all over t-shirts. It took an act of Congress for a normal person with a 16 by 20 or slightly bigger heat press to do an all over shirt. You had to invest. Okay. Then I found out about DTF on accident. I found out about DTF. I was like, this is it. This is the answer. If this is the answer I've been looking for, it's still a little aggravating, but it's still the answer, because people wanted pictures on t-shirts. The white toner thing was working somewhat, but the quality of the stretch and all that stuff wasn't there at the time. DTF was it. DTG was too expensive. You had to buy these expensive, huge machines, and they were limited. And what you could do, I mean, fam, DTF was it. And I was like, look, y'all think I'm kidding. I have testimonials. I have emails. I have other folks on camera saying this. I said, get into DTF. Even if you don't make shirts with it, you can make transfers. I know somebody now off gate who was like, you know what, bump it. I'm going to do it. She said, this is it. It makes sense. I'm going to get into it. I don't even have hear from her no more. She making so much money. Not well, I don't know how much she's making, but she's doing very well. She has several printers, and she is printing these. She's still printing DTF transfers hand over fist, and it just fam. Every so often it happens. We started this bling thing a year ago. I was telling y'all then, rhinestones is hot. Not as hot as I wanted it to be at the time, but they're hot. You can get into it. You can make money with it. There's all kinds of ways, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Look, let's just get some really good, and got some awesome rhinestones that bling super hard. And I'm like, look, I'm telling you. So in this instance, I'm telling you, bling is hot right now. It's hot. And every other person, every other third person that she saw out there, men included, was blinged out. Okay, I'm telling you, it is. Several of the designs that she saw the most of: lions, dogs, the bulldogs, tigers, that genre. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're doing the tiger design on the back of the jacket, because it's a hot design right now. No one can trademark a tiger. You know what I'm saying? Unless you put team name or something with it. Tigers are hot. Tigers are super cute. I love tigers. So I'm going to put a tiger on my jacket because it's going to be fire. Okay. So I know I took some time. I took extra 10 minutes probably. I'm sorry, but y'all know how it is. I have to. Folk don't be paying me no attention. They don't be listening. And I've been on my soapbox and I ain't been able to read. Just like Tampa BBQ Queens. Bling on top of the sublimation design. Come on, fam. It's so many ways you can spend this to make money. You can. Now, if you ain't in this to be making money, you just want to have fun, I'm here for you all day long because I bling for myself too. I get high off my own supply. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if you want to make money, you can. You just got to pay attention to what's going on around you, fam. Look at the stars. Look at the young folks. Because the young folks is our up and coming trends. I mean, I'm old school now. So, the way I think don't half matter. But if you look at the younger crowd, they're showing you the trends that they're going to be following. Rhinestones is it right now. All right. So let's get into it. Here's the tiger that we're going to do. He is SS10 only. He's 10 1/4 wide by 9 3/4 tall. You can use this tiger on the Cricut machine. Now, there are some steps you're going to have to go through because this is an older one of his designs. So it's not Cricut design friendly, but it can be used with Cricut. I don't have time tonight because I done been on my soapbox to go through how to make it Cricut friendly. But if you check back into some of the older lives, or even some of the older pre-recorded, it'll show you how you can do so. Okay. So we're going to do this. He has 2,057 rhinestones in this design. Not a whole ton, but enough. And so we're going to make a super cute tiger. Now, the other design that we're going to work with, and let me come up here. Hey, Delonda, how are you? Let me check and make sure I ain't missing no questions. Because like I said, my right hand ain't in here tonight. My babies are in here, but they ain't able to do the chat for me. Charlene, welcome. Thank you for joining us and thank you for being a YouTube group member. Hey, Lucille. If you contact CSDS Vinyl, they do custom work and they have screen print. Andrea T said. So yes, you can contract out for those other things to keep you from having to do it, especially to keep from having to purchase all the equipment and stuff. But I'm telling you, at the time, as hot as DTF was and as simple as DTF can be for you, that was a game changer. It was. And it has been a massive game changer for a lot of people that paid attention to what was being said at the time. So, yeah, hey, Spyrox. Face mask sustained our business, and I started sewing by myself, then sublimating. Now I cannot look at a mask, Kirsten says. I know that's right, girl. I'm just saying. Spyrox, yes, I was one of them, and I sold so many. I made some good money. Sharon Davis, I see a lot of men and women at the casino in bling, all ages too. I saw a lady last night at a leather purse with her shoulder strap blinged out. I'm telling y'all think I'm kidding. Bling is now on its own site, so it's always available. Thank you so very much. You can see the trends early. I don't know what that is, Karen, and that bothers me sometimes because I'm like, that's crazy. But I do pay attention to what's going on, and I don't know what it is. Oh, your daughter went to Charlotte Shout. Leela says Charlotte Shout was nice. Okay, so let's go back down. All right, so we did that. It's Tokyo. Make y'all money. Send me a little red velvet cupcake when you make it big, though. Nothing fancy. Just don't forget about us. I know that's right. Sharon Davenport, thank you so very much. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you so very much for the super chat. And we appreciate y'all. So we work our butts off for y'all. Had to hold myself back, finally figured out setting the flock after 2 months of battling. And once you get your settings, just keep an eye on them because blades do dull over time. So you may, just pay attention to your machine. And if it gets a little bit harder to get those dots all out, look at changing your blade. Okay. All right. So let me go to, just as she did her first bling order. Yas, you tried flock paper and it worked beautifully for you? Do tell. We would love to see a video. Let me see if I cannot find one of my favorite Etsy stores, because I want to be sure before I open my mouth and cause a problem. Let me see right here. I'm gonna check and see if what I am looking for is here, and if it is, I'll show you on here. Let's see. I don't see it yet. Okay, so it's not ready yet. I did put a link in the chat to Craftable Things Rhinestone Design Store on Etsy. But let me show you what she did. And I'm going to use the same cutting thingy for the tiger, and just pull up the design. Okay, so here's the tiger, and let us import. There's a tiger. Let's go there. Full suit. E. Here it is. So I did the SS6 and the SS10. No lie, I did both. I like the SS6 better. So here's the SS6E that she created. Love it. And she also added embroidery design, embroidery border rather, to go around it. Now, I want you to think of, it's not gonna work. I try to think of things to make it easier for people to understand. I can't come up with anything right now. So what I'm going to tell you is, with this particular design, although I have the E, I'm going to go ahead and bling it out. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up, but I'm going to do the embroidery first. Several reasons why. One of the first reasons why I'm going to do the embroidery first is because the golly, ain't that crazy? The exact thing I was going to say just went out of my head. You know, I'm getting old. Doing the embroidery first, because you do not want your needle on that embroidery machine to hit any of those rhinestones, period. You don't want that, because what that's going to cause is a busted needle. You're going to be sad. I'm going to be sad for you, and you might cause some injury, because once that needle breaks, pieces fly. Okay, and I've heard some horror stories. So you don't want that. Don't do your rhinestones first, then the embroidery. You want to do the embroidery first, then you add your rhinestones. Okay, so that's actually, I'm just going to leave that as the only reason, because safety is first and foremost on everything. So let me see what size this is, because I'm going to go over to the cutting table here in a moment. 16, 17 inches tall. So I'm going to do probably a 24-inch piece of flock. Okay. All right, let's send this to the cutting machine, because it needs to be cut, and hopefully this is going to work. That's not working, so we're going to do it a different way. Hang on, y'all. Sorry. I should have cut this out before the show, and I didn't, but I'm bad about doing that. So, but I'm bad about doing it because Graphy is so fast. I don't even have to sweat too bad on Graphy. So I kind of take advantage of that. I had my husband support my addiction. He gave me money so I can order from the buy-in. Tell Miss Becky, tell him I said he is A-okay with me. I am so excited. I love it when the honeys help out and when they chip in and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna do this for you because you're awesome. And I'm just like, come through, honey bunny. Okay. I'm just saying. Tell him he is bomb.com from me. I appreciate you. Let me import this design again. I apologize because I had to close it. Oh, not that one. This one. Let's close that other one out. Put this one on. This is El Tigre. Let's take him. Actually, ungroup. Let's take this one. And then we're going to ungroup all of this. Didn't it ungroup everything? Ungroup all. There we go. That's why I wasn't cutting. And ungroup all. Okay, so with Graphy, I cannot have, well, it makes him angry when I have things joined together, whereas on Cricut, it's necessary to do with the Cricut. But on Graphy, he's like, nope, I want the hardest job you can give me. Give it to me now. And so I have to ungroup everything. Okay. So now when I launch him, it goes straight to him like it's supposed to. Okay, cool. All right, so we are going to go over to the cutting table and I'm going to go ahead and get things set up. Okay, so let's switch the camera to this one. Hopefully it's not twisted, and it is. Y'all, why did I come home to, and my daughter is probably going to kill me dead, but why did I come home to the freezer? I was getting some stuff to take to the vacation because the cabin that we rent has full kitchens. And I took something out of the freezer before I left and did not completely seal the freezer door. So I have a hot food mess. Everything defrosted in my freezer. Cannot eat everything tonight. Well, that is tragic, but that's my fault because I was nervous and did not have my thing, and so it went crooked. But it'll be all right. Defrosted everything in my dad blame freezer, and so I'm just like over it right now. It's been that kind of day. We got home. I don't know what time we got home, but when I got home, it took me a minute to find it. And when I did find it, I was perturbed. So always something. Sheila said hubby is supporting you too. He just don't know it. And I ain't telling it either. All right. Oh, let me fix this because that is not right. Okay. So Graphy is ready. We're going to send this to Graphy to cut. And while Graphy is cutting, you probably going to hear some racket in the background. Graphy is quiet, but sliding that flock in and out of the machine is loud. All right. So here is the hoodie that I want to put the letter E on. It's a brand new hoodie that I think is brand new anyway. It looks like I don't wear it. I probably wore it while we were out of town. So I'm going to do a left chest logo right here on this hoodie. And with hoodies, because the sleeves are, a little bigger than your typical t-shirt, your left chest, normally the where the bottom of the sleeve meets the shirt is where your boob is, but in a sweatshirt it's a little bit different. It's not quite the same. So we're going to just go up right in this area to put our letter E. Your neckline is still going to be the center of the breast where you want your logo to be. That still rings true, but this part down here, especially for women, the chest is a little bit higher than this now. So we're going to put the E right here. All right. And tonight I'm going to be lazy, so to speak. I don't want to say lazy. I'm going to take a shortcut. I was going to, you know what? Let's go ahead and bring this up here. I don't have a camera for it though, because most of you have a home machine. You don't have the multi-needle. And I kind of like want to support the folks who have the home machines. You don't always have that. And besides, at some point in time in the next few days, maybe next week and a half or two, I'm going to get with Patrice and we are going to do a project with our multi-needle machines. And the project is only for those who have the larger machine. So because you guys are going to have to miss out on that one, unfortunately, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to stick with the the home machine tonight. Okay. So let me get my chalk because I like to keep my stuff straight for the most part, even though it's for me. This is going to be for me because Patrice made us the letter E. And so I'm going to put it right in here, I think. I don't want it to be too terribly high, but I want it to be definitely higher than normal. Okay. So actually, where's my pocket? Right there. So I'm gonna come to right here. All right, and so like I said, here's the neckline. I don't know if you can see that. My darn thing is in the way. Hold on. Because I can't see what I'm doing on the camera. Okay, yeah, you could have seen. All right, so here's the neckline right here. I'm just going to come straight down. And because this is crooked, that makes this look all kinds of crooked. But here we go. See, that's crooked. The way I'm sitting here looking at it. It's definitely crooked. No, yes, no, yes. All right. So I am going to hang on. Let me get this right. I need to see my seams. Seams there, seams there, seams right. All right, there we go. So, and then I'm gonna hold it up just to be sure, but I'm gonna go across right here. Get my yellow line, and then I'm going down right here. So bring my line over a little bit more. And we're gonna go right there, okay? Is where we're going to hoop this hoodie. And I'm gonna hold it up, look at it, and make sure that it's straight. Because I know when y'all be looking at it on the camera and they're like, Eve, it's crooked, you need to check it again. But when I hold it up, it's like straight. Looks crooked there, but it's not. All right, so let me grab the hoop. And by the time I get the hoop and have all this stuff set up, I'm sure Graphy will be done. Okay, so I'm going to hoop this. And the cool thing is when you hoop your item along with your stabilizer, you use your little guides right here on the side to line up your embroidery to keep it straight. So that's why I actually draw the chalk lines to help me keep my stuff straight. Okay. So while that is right here, I need stabilizer. And the stabilizer that I wanted to use, I don't see it. So I'm going to grab some from over here. Or is it over here? Hold on. I can't tell. It's that flock. Or not flock. But yep, that's transfer tape. Y'all, I need somebody to come and rescue me from this hot food. Oh, I know what my stabilizer is. Hot food mess of a studio that is just cluttered. I have not been treating my studio with love and care. Come on. Here we go. All right. All right. It's my stabilizer right here. And I see up designs. Do I need to ring the bell for somebody? Let me know if I need to ring the bell because I don't remember seeing it. And like I said, my notifier is knocked out. He ate his dinner and he was like, I'm going to take a nap before your show. I was like, oh, Lord, I know what that means. And he was out. I go back there and all I hear is sawing logs and calling hogs. So I knew I was going to be solo today. Hey, Dimps, honey bunny. Hey, Pazali Jerome. Welcome. All right, so I'm going to open this up a good bit because a hoodie is thick fabric. And I want to make sure I can get this to do like it's supposed to. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn my hoop. I'm going to turn my hoop this way instead of doing it this way, because if I do it this way, that will allow me to have the brackets out the opening of the bottom of the shirt. Okay, so let's turn it. And then let's put our stabilizer on top. So like I said, there's more than one way to do your bling, and get it to where it's appealing to folks and have them wanting to wear your bling. But at the end of the day, you should be sourcing the finer thing. Hey, Uni. You should be sourcing the finer thing bling, that's for certain. I'm going the wrong way. All right, so if I did this right, let's move it over some because it's off center. If I opened it up enough, this should go right into place. And if I didn't, then there's no worries. I can easily open it up some more and it feels like it's going in. Yes, it did. All right. So I use my lines, as you can see. Sounds like Graphy is done, like I said he would be. And I use the yellow lines to make sure that things are straight as they possibly can be. That looks to be a little bit off, but I'll fix it here in a moment. Meanwhile, let me grab the embroidery machine and put it back up here now that our project is hooped. And I am now at home where I can get a flash drive that actually works with the darn embroidery machine, y'all, because that's why I couldn't participate. It was just like everything was fighting against me for doing the embroidery on my shirt. So, but I's here now. I's here. Let's get this plugged in. Let's turn this on. What color is up here? We have navy. I'm not going to use navy. Let me see if I can turn it a little bit where you guys can see it. I got stuff everywhere, y'all. You see what I'm saying? I don't even have workspace. Can't even put the camera over here out of shame. I kid you not. All right, so that is there. I need a flash drive to put my design on, and I have tons over here. So I'm going to use this one. And we're going to put the design on here. The other thing is, I think the flash drive I had with me out of town was too big. That's what I think. I think that's why I was having issues. Let's do this. Let's do that. All right. And this. And I'm going to go with PES. And it goes into this drive. Right. Okay, cool beans. Okay. So now we should be able to. Yeah, Murphy's Law. I know. There was no way. I kind of figured I wouldn't be able to relax like I wanted to, because when you yay, it's on there. When you have work to do, when you running a business, you kind of don't really get to get away. You know, I don't know how to explain that, but you really don't. And not to say that that's a bad thing, because it's a good problem to have, but you know, it's a good problem to have. So I'm not complaining in the least little bit. Because Lord knows all it takes is tides to change, and then no more of anything. All right. So I'm grateful for what little I have at the moment. So let's get this. Now I'm threading this on, but what I did was, because I turned it sideways like this, it allows me to have these brackets exposed to clamp onto here without any obstruction. Otherwise, I would have had to, do a whole lot of origami to get this hoop fed on and make sure parts of the shirt are not in the way, yada, 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 yada. Okay. So I'm also going to have to turn the design on my machine, because I did turn the hoop and because I am putting it on sideways. Alrighty. And the machine I'm using, for those who I'm sure will ask here in a moment, is the PE800. It is a 5x7 home embroidery machine. And there's a lot you can do with this machine. So you definitely, if you can swing getting this machine, I would suggest it. All right, so I have rotated the design from stitching this way to stitching this way so that it'll show up where the top of the E is up here by the hoodie. And this is the bottom of the shirt and the bottom of the E, okay? And I'm going to babysit this because there's too much fabric all in this area that can easily fold over, as we saw the last time I did a darn shirt. And I don't want that smoke this time. All right, so I'm going to be using Crystal AB as my where's my pink thread? Here it is. As my rhinestone color, and I'm doing that for a reason. So, or should I use Crystal? I love Crystal AB. I think between the two, AB is my favorite over Crystal, which is low-key unfair, but it'll be all right. Okay, so here is a darker shade of pink. And then here is a lighter shade of pink. I like tone on tone. That's like always been one of my favorites. So I'm leaning more towards the lighter shade of pink. What do you guys, how do you feel about that? Should I go with the lighter shade or an in-between shade or a darker shade? Is this the same color? Let's see. Nope, it's not. Which one do you guys think? Darker. She said hot pink. Whew. I don't know. Hot pink is a little bit too pink. Light, dark, light, lighter. Jesse say darker. This is the PE800. Yes. Tone on tone. Okay. So we'll go with the lighter. This one kind of has like I think that'll work. Jacqueline says darker. Karen says medium. We're going to go with it's kind of lighter, but in a way it's not. It's still going to show up. It's not like exact same color. So it's more of a middle to lighter road pathway. All right, so we're going to thread the needle, because you know what? Why is this not threading? It don't matter, because I'm gonna thread it manually. I usually do not wear pink. That is usually not the color I go for. And what I was gonna put on this shirt was rose metal lights, but I want to do something a little bit different, so I'm going to use the AB. All right, so edit in. Let's do embroidery. Boom, and we got 4,900 stitches. And I can't put the camera here, but that lets me get to read the chat. Hey, Carol Coleman, how are you, honey bunny? Carol Coleman, the whole thing has to be on there. I meant to tell you that. Champagne AB stones look really, really pretty on that color fabric. Nicole, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Oh no. Now I'm curious, but I can't. Oh, you know what? I can't. We'll have to save that for another project because I'm going to put the bling string on the hoodie. So because I'm going to use the bling string, I'm going to use the crystal AB bling string or the crystal. I haven't made up my mind yet. That's why I want the bling to stand out and I want that bling string to stand out. So using the same color tone on tone will help because it'll allow the rhinestones to be the center of attention. So like I said, we got a crystal. Let me show the bling string. I have a couple of seconds I can walk away without too much disaster. So we now offer bling string in the store, and that's what this is. This is bling string. Absolutely beautiful. Your normal rhinestone string that I've seen in stores, not in physical stores, but online, are like twice the thickness of this. Okay, so this is very lightweight. As you see, it flops around, whereas the other is kind of a little stiff and heavy. Okay, so this bling string is very new. We are offering it in the store. I wasn't sure if anybody would even want to be bothered with it, so that's why I didn't get very much of it. So right now it's limited, but if you guys, really are interested in using it, I will make it, a full-time offer for you guys and possibly even do for a buy-in. But I have crystal, so this is the crystal bling string. And this is 140 centimeters. I think is what it is. It's something like 55 inches, something like that. I'll measure it here in a moment. So this is crystal, and it has the little thingies on the end to help you bling, lace your shoes. So this is crystal, and you get two. So they actually have rhinestones in them. There are rhinestones on them. So it's probably not going to focus because this kind of camera is not for that. This is a distance camera, but I'll show it closer over to the other computer so you can see it better. But these are little bitty rhinestones all over this string. Okay. And then here's crystal AB, which is, see how that pink show, look at the pink. Look, Linda, look, somebody come and look at this. Look at the pink. So it's going to be adorable with this pink hoodie. It just will. So I'm going to do the crystal AB so that it'll go with the hoodie and use the crystal AB stones. And then this is jet hematite. Y'all, that jet hematite is banging, okay? I bought some wall limberlands that I was going to put in. A matter of fact, I may do that if I have enough time while I'm on the show. So there's the little thingies on the end to help you thread the shoes. So that's stitching along just fine. I don't see anything in the way. It looks good. Thank you, Patrice. Let me grab the shoes. So here is a pair of wall verses that I blinged out with them. And I use the shoelaces. Now, these are flat back. These are not hot fix. These are flat back that I did the toe of the shoe. But here's the crystal AB, crystal AB shoelaces. These are perfect for your high top sneakers. This length is perfect for the high top sneakers, for the boots, that type shoe. Not your regular tennis shoes. These are too long for your regular tennis shoes, the ones that I have now. I do have shorter ones on the way, but the longer ones are for your more eyes on the shoe. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is. And when you get them, they'll have like a little tacky feel to them. They'll still string up your shoe and still look good in your shoes. Okay, so that's the crystal AB. And let me show you, this is the I started blinging these out and didn't get to finish while I was on vacation because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. But here's the crystal and another pair of wall verses. The side stones on here, I want to say these are like SS3. I'm thinking like SS3. These are teeny stones. They might be SS6. I'll have to look at them a little bit closer. But they're very small. And these are the crystal. They will work in hoodies. I have put them in hoodies, but the thing is, they'll move around a little more than the ones you normally see because these are thinner. These are not as thick. If I remember, I'll go get the hoodie that I have the string in. That's the thicker hoodie string, and let you see the difference. So the plan was at some point, and I might do it. Oh, you know what? I got one hoodie right here, but it ain't it's with the. Here's the hoodie that I did while we were on vacation. And this is the Crystal AB. And here's the hoodie string in the hoodie. Make sure my stuff is right now. So here's the hoodie string in it. Okay, so it does work. It's just not as thick. And I'll show you the difference here in a little bit. I'll go back and grab that other hoodie that has the normal size string that you normally see or that you see. So yeah, wall verses, girl. We ain't got the regular folk money. We go get the wall verses and bling them out, and make them look pretty. And the wall Limberlands, I got a pair of wall Limberlands right here. All right, so the wall Limberland, see, it's got that black. So I know that hematite gonna be fire with these. So my intention is to bling these with the hematite. Oh, it's done. Holler. Make sure Tilly turned off. So I'm gonna turn Tilly back on. Fortunately, Tilly didn't cool down too terribly much. So we got the wall Limberlands, and we're gonna do those too. And bling those with that hematite. Make it hematite-y. And don't mess with me. We'll bling out the darn we can hematite all this and cover that up right there. Hematite all that, child. But I ain't got time for all that. I wish I could. Okay, so our embroidery is done. Wasn't supposed to do that, but I did. You don't pull your thread backwards. I'm a rebel. Please forgive me. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. All right, and so let's pull this off. Let's easily and carefully pull this off so that the hoodie doesn't get caught under the needle. And boom, we are done. Look at that. Super cute. All right, so now that that's done, let's get this. Pull that out. Cut this off. Pull this out. And set this back off to the side because we're done with our embroidery tonight. Ain't embroidering nothing else. All right, so let me put this back on its shelf until the next time. Okay. Woo! Boy, I tell you, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. Okay, so here's the E. Let's go ahead and pop it out of the hoop. Reach in here, and I'm going to grab the other part to the hoop. Actually, let's go ahead and put this together and put it up so that I can find it, because right now there's a lot in here I cannot find. So I'm going to hang this back up. And then we're going to take the stabilizer and we're going to trim this all away. Being super careful not to cut the hoodie, as I have done in the past. Move that right there. Whoops. Alrighty. And so I left sufficient enough around it so that the stabilizer stays stable. And we're going to lay this out. All right, now because I use this chalk, I'm not going to put water on this chalk because what I've learned with lighter colors, the putting water on it tends to make it permanent or show up better. So I'm going to use the chalk eraser on this. The chalk eraser is awesome. For me, it usually works every time. We'll see. It'll probably make me a liar tonight, but usually it works every time. And the chalk eraser is pretty neat for embroidery because it's built into every garment that you have. And it's right here. Look, it's really neat. It's a chalk eraser. So you just erase the chalk line. As long as you don't use too terribly much, it erases it right away. So I still have a little bit faint, but that chalk, I should have used the other color chalk with this. It was a little bit too dark. But there you go. Woohoo! Chalk eraser. Yay! Okay, so now we need to bling the E that goes right there. So let me pull out the E template, which if I was obedient to myself, I put it up. I did. Yay! Okay. So here is the E. This is the SS6E. All right. And so I need my SS6 AB rhinestones. Look at that. Look at that finer thing blinging in there. Come through, bling. What? Holler. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's pour this on. And of course, in my hot food tomfoolery mess, I cannot find my purple bling brush. I don't know where it is. So I'm having to go back to this red one that made me want a purple one to begin with. Oh, and I got to put the brushes in the buy now. I apologize for not doing that yet, but a heifer was like eager to get out of town and was rushing, as you can tell, because now I have a freezer full of defrosted food. All right, so let's get some more stones up on this platform, brush them over. And it's funny because my daughter-in-law and my daughter, you know, was blinging the shirts. And my daughter-in-law, I was like, you ain't using the brush to bling that template. And she was like, no, I like, so she was blinging like this and brushing the stones in with her finger. I'm like, fam, how in the world? Because I tell you what, my fingers would stick to them stones if I wasn't careful, if I kept doing it like that, I think. So, but anyway, that was pretty neat to see a different way of blinging. Now, I generally do brush my finger across to make sure I can, because you can feel when stones are out of place when you brush your finger across, but you got to make sure your hands are pretty clean and you don't press super hard like this, but you just lightly press and brush your finger across, and either you'll knock a stone into place or you'll feel that it's out of place, and then you can put it into place. Y'all, let me cut this fan on because I'm about to dang on die. Hold on. Can't do that. That would suck. Y'all see me have a heat stroke on camera. I saw someone brushing with their hands and was amazed. Sonya does it with her hands too. Girl, I can't. Well, I ain't gonna say I can't. I tried it and I was like, okay, well, you know, I can see how that worked, but I'm just used to doing it a certain way. You can't teach old dog new tricks. So they say. When a heifer get comfortable, she get comfortable. All right, so I use my finger. The brush frustrates me. See, okay. See, daughter-in-law, you ain't by yourself. If you're still in here, she might be tending to the grandbabies by now. But she sure was. She was getting them babies' booty templates done. You hear me? They knocked them out. We bought one sweatshirt per person, one pair of sweatpants per person, and one t-shirt per person. And why I decided to tackle that project on vacay, I don't know, but we did. And thanks to Patrice and her DTF transfer tape, by Caesar, which was ridiculously expensive, but it came through in the clutch, so it was worth it. To get that picture that I showed you guys earlier, it was well worth it. Okay. It was. But I would not recommend that to anybody unless you are in that same type of a clutch where you got to get it done and you don't have any transfer tape. So, because it did work. Tilly over there buzzing. I did not pre-press this hoodie, so hopefully I'm not asking for trouble because I should have pre-pressed, but I did not. Looks like one more stone, and if you see any missing, let me know. But I don't see any missing, and I don't see any imposters. So we're going to go with this. And we are actually going to pick this up with real KTM mask transfer tape. Praise God. Okay? Because I'm telling you, using that other stuff was not the struggle, but it was not ideal. So let me grab some. You know what? Do I have some right here? I think I do. And we ain't got to cut nothing. Oh, this is way too big, but we finna use it because it's sitting right here. Okay. So, way too big, but we finna use it. I can still pre-press. I know. It was just, you would need to use SS20 size stones. I do need an emergency bling bag. I do. All right. So let me pre-press so that I'm being obedient to those who know as well as I do. Let me get this over on the press. Oh, goodness gracious. It's a lot of hoodie to put over here. And then y'all know I don't like these press lines, but I'm doing it anyways. For the bling! For the bling! For the victory! I'll pull it down some. Alright, so I'm going to pre-press and be obedient. The pre-press is at 350 for about 13 seconds. Bug out bag to keep ready. Yes, you did. And I kind of have one, but like I said, since we went out of town in November, it's been sitting near my table over here. So I was taking stuff out of it and using it because of this hot food mess on my desk. Now I was losing stuff, and so my stuff ended up all over the place. So yeah, there's that. All right, where is my board so that it doesn't, because I already got one spot. See how my mat is not stuck to the table anymore like it's supposed to be? I need to get a new mat because I done heated it up too many times. Here we go. All right, so let's pick this up. Actually, let's do this. Let's pick the whole thing up. Oh, that one doesn't look like it has glue on it, so we're going to have to change that one out. All right, so let's grab this. Let's peel this off. Make sure all stones have been picked up. Oh, no, it wasn't like this. Is there a stone missing? Nope. So that was just something left over. Okay. All right. And now, oh no! What did I do, Patrice? I didn't use the wrong size E, y'all. You see what I'm saying? I knew something was gonna act up. I did the wrong size E or something. Did I do the wrong E, Patrice? I know I did. I don't know why I didn't pay that some attention when I was over here. Let's see. We go to the file. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. Bling outline, that's that one. Let me open it. Excuse me, open it up in Sew It Pro. Did you embroider for the SS6? No, I did not use SS10. I used the SS6. This says it was 2.87 wide by 3.7 high. So yeah, the bling, I did the, let me look at the DST one. DST is 2.87 by 3.07. Let's see. Amber Bling. Let's see if this one is smaller. Where is my Corel? Okay, that's done. So we don't worry about the tiger. Let's import. I'm sorry, y'all. I know the camera ain't on anything. It's over there, but let's look at this one. What size is this one? Ooh, that's much bigger. So no, that ain't the right one either. Oh man, I done messed up, Patrice. I'm sorry. I did my first TikTok combing my big hair in one I called out Delonda. They are pitiful. Pia Vazel, please link me so that I can see craziness. I like seeing craziness because that sounds funny. Maybe I did yours wrong and only Maryland's and I is correct. No worries. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I just need to okay, you know what? Let's do this. Hold on. Take that down, bring that up and share. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna show y'all what I would do in this situation, but I'm not gonna do it right now completely because I only got 20 minutes, roughly 25, 30 minutes, and I want to bling out the jacket. So we'll do it another time. But let me show you because all is not lost for sure. So we're going to share screen and I'm going to do entire screen. And so this is Sew What Pro. Sew What Pro is an embroidery editing program. So you can take any embroidery design and you can edit it, resize it, add to it, take away from it, the whole kit and caboodle. And it's very affordable. Absolutely love this program. Have loved it and used it for years exclusively. And it is, there's a link to purchase it on my website, thebabysbooty.com, not .store. .store is for the bling. .com is for everything else, right? And so I'm going to take this one off. And here is the one that I embroidered. So the one that I embroidered, as you see, is it says over here 2.87 by 3.07. And that's what I actually embroidered with the embroidery machine. So you can take this, if I'm remembering correctly, and then right up here it says save applique cutout. And what applique cutout does is it does an outline of what you can use and creates an SVG that you can take into an SVG cutting program, such as Cricut, Silhouette, Brother, Scan and Cut, any of them, and create an SVG. But the SVG is what we would use to do the rhinestone design, right? So let's do an applique cutout and see how it does the fuzzy thing. I don't particularly care for that, but that's not the point. The point is at least to have this, and let's save the cutout. Now, at that point, what I would do is go into Silhouette because I'm better at using Silhouette than I am Corel and using the Rhinestone Wizard to create a rhinestone design. But I would take that border that I just created the SVG of into Silhouette and use that to create the rhinestone template to go with that letter E. Now, I'm not as good as Patrice at doing it, so I'm not about to attempt that right now. So for the time being, we're going to hang on to that letter E and we're going to hang on to that embroidery and we're going to put a pin in it, but you at least get the gist of what we're doing. And as soon as I get the bling in it, I'll take a picture and post it for you guys to see. Okay. So meanwhile, we still have a tiger to bling. So we're going to, not share screen, we're going to change cameras and we're going to go over to the, that's where I'm supposed to be. My bad. We're going to go over to the cutting table again. And good night, Becky. And we are going to bling out this tiger. Okay. Oh, you know what? So real quick, what I was going to do is change out this hoodie string. And as you see, all I did was pull this out. Now be careful with your hoodies because I'm finding more and more hoodies that have stitched the string in it. Okay. Miss Becky, you have a good night. I think I said that already though. So that's what that is for. Karen, what I didn't need to make the embroidery smaller. It is because the embroidery is already done. I needed to make the rhinestone smaller. So I'm not going to make the embroidery smaller. But if I did need to, yes, I could make it smaller. But I'm going to go ahead and put the AB string in the hoodie to show you how it just doesn't take much. You already got your end piece on the string, and just pull it up in there and you can feel where it is. Like here's the end of it right there. You can see the indentation and just, or the imprint, and just pull it. And I just scooch it through, you know, and I'm sure there's faster ways to do it, like with a boykin or whatever you call it. But I just scooch it through and pull it and keep going until I get it all the way through to the other side. I have a Cricut. Can we cut in Design Space? Yes, you can. Can I create an SVG in Wilcom? Yes, wait a minute. Wilcom Hatch. I don't know, Leela Nelson. I've never used it for an SVG, but I think you can, because you can create appliques in Wilcom Hatch. So I'm gonna squish this through, and fortunately the tiger is already cut out, so it won't take me long to bling the tiger unless something else happens to make me a liar. Pants on fire. All right, so as you see, I'm just pushing. Look, I'm almost at the end already. I'm just pushing this through, pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling, push and then pull, push and then pull. And like I said, when you get these, they do have a tacky feel to them. So don't be like, oh my God, this is too sticky, I can't do it. Nope. Just go ahead and put it in with the project. And as it's there, it'll work itself out. And so there you got a hoodie string already that I had to use this weekend because it was cold and rainy. I didn't have a choice but to use the darn thing. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, because this is the tiger. And let's put this back because I don't need anything happening to that. And we are going to, it's already got weed boxes, which is awesome sauce. I like that. Alrighty. And this is SS10. I'm going to turn it over, stick it to the back so I can try and get some more of them dots out of there, because not all came off. That helps get some more off. And then I'll try and stand here and weed the rest. And then there's his face, which that weeded much better. And I'm just going to grab these dots out of here. Look at it and make sure that's all of the holes. This one weeded very well. Very impressed with that. Alrighty. And then with this one, I'm just going to grab these dots. pull them out. And if you see that I'm kind of twisting it a little bit, that's because if you look at it on the back side where it's sticky and kind of twist it in the light will show you where it'll help you see where the holes are cut, but the dot is not out of it. So if you see like a little circle on the back side, then that'll let you know there's a hole that needs to be weeded, a dot that needs to come out. Alrighty. And I meant to say thank you and welcome to the folks who said they were new. I apologize. I just thought of that. I meant to say it earlier, but welcome. Thank you for joining us. But like I said, the rhinestone thing is very popular right now. It is a hot fashion statement, especially among the young folks. So, you know, you can bling out some stuff that appeals to the younger crowd, bling out accessories like we did on the last show with the Old Navy stuff. If you bling out like denim jackets, they have great denim jackets to bling. That's what we're getting ready to do now, is a denim jacket. Denim jacket, you got dresses you can bling out, you have all kind of stuff, especially at Old Navy. They have a great selection of things that you can use to bling. So alrighty, I think that is everybody. So let's get this put out of the way. I'll deal with that later and cut out that extra. Do you know if you can save as an SVG and Embroidery? I don't know. I haven't used Embroidery, so I don't know. I'm sorry. But I'm sure somebody in here has used Embroidery and can answer the question. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, the inside of this in his illustration was orange and then the outside was black. So I had thought to do oh no, he did white. Okay. So I would have been off a little bit. So the outline is orange. The inside he did white. So let me find what I wanted to use was gold orange AB. And then possibly crystal. Possibly. I got to think on that one. Is this gold orange? Yes, it is, girl. Yes, it is. Okay. Hey, DeSoe and Brett. How are you, honey bunny? So this is gold orange AB is what I'm going to use for the tiger. Originally, I was going to go with sun. But rhinestones is still left over out of my brush. But I think AB would make a better statement on that denim jacket. I thought these holes are too big. I thought they were too big. I mean, too little. These holes are too little for SS10. So I got to double check the size of his thing. When I was pulling them dots out, I said, that's kind of big. I mean, kind of small. And I should have listened to my gut. So we're going to use SS6. We're going to use SS6. But we're still going to use the same colors I was going to go with. So double check your size. Make sure that the size is what he said they would be. I don't know why mine would have come in smaller because I was using Corel and usually stuff comes in at the right size. Like I said, we're live and so craziness wanted to ensue because we're live. So I'm not surprised, at least a little bit. But at least I was paying attention. All right. Let's get this put up and then we'll grab SS6. See, Patrice, I'm going to use all kind of SS6 tonight. That's super cool. Let me go grab SS6. Yeah, because that's not SS6. Let me go grab the SS6 gold orange. Let me make sure. Yep, nope, I don't have it. Okay. Nope, it ain't up there either. While I was back there, I tried to find the I don't know what I did with my XO hoodie with the bigger red string so that you can see the difference. I can't find it. So I just had it earlier. So it's crazy that it's going. All right. Let's see what we got here. Make sure this is going in, and it is. So how an SS10 design turned into an SS6, I would love to know. But I ain't worried about it. Because at least we had some SS6 on hand. And I will double check that design later. And find out what in the ham sandwich did I do. Alrighty, so. Oh, she did? Okay, cool. Thank you, Patrice. I will check it and I will oh, wait a minute. I think I know what you're saying. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That's when you got homies that come through in the clutch. That's when you know that your friends are family. All right, so that's not enough stones. You don't want to pour all of your stones out when you're doing a bling design, but you want to pour a good bit because what happens is there's a science behind doing the rhinestones, and when you brush them in, they flip each other over. So if a rhinestone is in the hole upside down, when you brush a right side up rhinestone over the top of it, it flips it the right side up. In most instances, I mean, it's not perfect every single time, but it does get it in there pretty good most of the time. Okay. So a lot of times if you got stones that just aren't cooperating with, you know, the majority of them going in the holes properly, then you may have some stones stuck together. Just that happens. I mean, you are dealing with, you know, rhinestones that have glue on that were, you know, made and glue applied to the back. So you're going to have some stones that stick together. Unfortunately, not all of them will be apart like they're supposed to be. But so just check that when you are working with your templates. All right, Patrice, I will check that here in a minute, darling, and get Graphy to cut it out. But that shows the importance of making sure you double check, just like with this. This was supposed to be an SS10 design. That's what it's labeled as. It's not labeled as an SS6. So low key, I don't want to put this on the back of that jacket because I wanted it to be big on the back of the jacket. So I don't know what I'm going to do just yet. I ain't made up my mind if I'm going to go ahead and put it on there or if I'm going to get the bigger tiger and cut him out later and put him on there. Because you guys know how to bling a 2-layer design. The point in bringing this tiger is, number one, is what I wanted. And then number two, it is on and popping. It's a trend to have, you know, folks like tigers. And so putting the tiger on the jacket would be fire. Okay, so let's get this going. In, get that in, this one in. And these right now that I'm working with are SS6. When you purchase the design, it should be an SS10. So pay attention to the size of it before you send it to the cutting machine. Make sure that it's the size that is stated in the image of the picture so that you can have it cut out the right size. So the size of everything is usually designers list the size on their design listings somewhere, either in the file name or in the image of the file or somewhere the size of the design is listed. So always double and triple check before you get to cutting. And don't wait until 8:50 of your 9 o'clock show to start getting files together to cut out, because you'll be rushing and you won't take the time to pay attention like you're supposed to. Just a tip, friendly tip from me to you. Yeah, it does say SS10, but I have to check and see, because in a lot of instances when things don't come out the way it's supposed to, a lot of instances it is user error. It's not always the designer who made an error. So, and the reason why I say that is because, especially if it's a good designer, when you purchase a file and you like, for instance, if I double check this and I look at it and I see, okay, wait a minute, this is the wrong size, because that design has been up there a while. Somebody would have reached out and said, hey, this is the wrong size, blah, blah, blah. What happens usually with designers is they'll say, oh no, let me fix it and send you the right design. And they'll send you the right design. And then usually they go back, and anybody else that bought the design, they'll notify them and say, hey, I have the right size design. Or at the very least, they will fix the design on the website so that you get the correct design from now on, because nobody wants those phone calls. Nobody wants those emails. So they will correct it. So if you come along months later, where did that stone go? When you come along months later and you're trying to get the design and it's, you know, not cooperating, check what you're doing first. Double, triple, quadruple check. And then if it still isn't working, then make, you know, type out that email. Perfect. Oh, that looks amazing in gold orange AB, just like I thought it would. Holler. Okay. Holler. Like, for real. This is going to be adorbs. Even at SS6, I might go ahead and bust this out on my jean jacket, because that's how cute that is. It really is. Okay. Ooh, I'm going to have to cut a piece because I did not press that E. So let's cut us a piece of tape from down here on the floor. pull this out. We're going to do. All right. All right. So here we got our tape. It's going to be loud. I apologize. But new tape usually does get loud. Okay. So let's show you guys a trick. Since we're doing tricks and all this other kind of blah, 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 I'm going to show you a trick. Okay. So usually with this particular design, I would press it in 2 pieces. Okay. I'm not going to do that today. So let's lay this down. Make sure all of my stones are right side up. And they are. And it looks amazing. Okay. Now, a lot of times I get questions from you guys and you're like, you know, why is the square? Do I have to cut out that square? Hey, Victoria's Creation. Do I have to cut this square out when I do my rhinestone design? No, you don't. You don't have to do that. But I'll show you a cool thing that this square can be used for. All right. So let's pick this up. And it works really well if you have a fresh piece of tape. All right. And so here is our tiger. Now, what I did was I peeled it off, but I left it stuck to the table. See, it's still stuck to the table. See that? It's hinged over is what I call it. And here is the template is still there on the thing. So I'm going to take this template. This is something that I do teach in my beginners class. And the link to that is in the description below so that you can learn all about rhinestones and bling. And then I'm going to layer this as perfectly as I can over the top of this template. When it's layered perfectly, you do not see any of the holes of the other template below it. Makes sense, right? Because the stones aren't supposed to overlap, so the template is not going to overlap. So now that we have this layered perfectly, absolutely perfectly, nothing is sticking out, nothing is all lined up. I'm going to tap all these SS6 stones out of this brush because this brush loves to hold on to SS6 stones. This is a thick brush. Get them jokers out of there. It's like flicking out ticks. Okay. And we're going to put these in their container, which is right here. Okay. And now I was going to use crystal for my tiger. I'm going to use Labrador. I absolutely love Labrador. Look at that. Look at it. Glistening like Dad Blame diamonds. Those things are so pretty. I love Labrador. So, and Labrador is more of a masculine feel to it. I mean, of course, anybody can wear it, but it does help, you know, with folks who may not be comfortable, so to speak, wearing rhinestones, but the Labrador is beautiful. Okay, so just brush this in. I should have got my other brush because these little bitty stones in this template don't quite play fair. Now be careful over here by your tape. You don't want to get any of your stones stuck to the tape over here. So just brush a little bit softer over here on this side so you don't fling stones over onto the tape. And then we got a couple of empty places. So I'm going to slide that over in there. All right. Now, there's a drawback to doing the templates this way, but there's a very strong positive because if you don't like to press in layers, then this will be helpful for you. But if you're okay with pressing in layers, then you don't have to do this. You don't have to use the bounding box, and you don't have to worry about hinging and getting it just right and all that other jazz. But if you do this right, it does work. And it does solve the problem that some people have with layering. Okay. But let me get through this, and then I'll show you the drawback, and then you can make a decision on whether or not that's something you can live with or not. I can't answer that for you. All right. All right. So I'm not patient enough to sit here and keep rubbing. So I'll brush these off. Look at all that in there, bro. It look like ticks. It just drives me insane. Y'all, I have idiosyncrasies sometimes with some things. All right, so let's finger place these. Quite a few, so forgive me. We're going to need a little bit of patience to get this up. And my glasses want to slide all over the place. All right, here we go. Put that in there. Now, I will say one of the other drawbacks is the holes, because the holes are not on a different color background. The holes are a little bit harder to see, but you know, if you look pretty close, you can tell where the holes are to put the stones in and to make sure the stones get in place. Okay. So here's this one. Here's this one. We got quite a few, so give me a moment to get these in. And then we'll be ready to hinge these templates together. And then press it on the heat press. I think I am going to go ahead and press this because it is cute. It's super cute. Even though it's not massive, it doesn't have to be massive, but it is cute. Okay. Right there. There's one right there. And then you can weigh in. Oh, you know what else I forgot? But you can weigh in on which method you would prefer once we're done. So it helps to see. And it's always, there's more than one way to get things accomplished. So that's why I like to show the different ways, because you just never know. This way could be the answer that somebody was looking for because they don't like to layer the other way, you know? So that's what this is for. And I apologize. I'm not looking at the chat right now because I'm wanting to get this done. We got 10 minutes before 11 and I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. But while I'm doing this, I will say that we did have a Facebook poll going for a new mix, and it went longer than I intended, mainly because we went out of town. And I was just like, you know what? It ain't gonna hurt nothing. So the poll decision was for the color combination called Classes. And the Classes color combination mix is the Labrador, the Rose Gold, and the Arm Dorado colors in one mix, and it's called Classes, and it's beautiful. So be on the lookout for that in the Buy Now store, because the mixes are fun. You know, you can use them in a wide variety of projects, and I think Classes would be a great color combination for the upcoming summer. So the blush colors, blush soft, colors are definitely a great in color combination that will work really well with some summery designs. So that'll be coming up this week once the team gets in and we're able to get some mixes mixed up. And if there are any other mixes in the store that are sold out, then we'll be refreshing those this week and adding a few more in the inventory for the mixes. So be on the lookout for that. And congratulations to the creator of the mixes, of the classes rather. And if you missed out on finding out who the mix was for last week, it was the Mardi Gras mix. So definitely check that out because it's really pretty. It has the Velvet Volcano, Violet Volcano, the Violet Volcano and the Peridot AB and Topaz. So it was really pretty mix. So if you haven't checked that out, please do so because those are some really nice mixes there. And of course, we still have Merca Mix in there if you're interested. And we also have Cheetah Mix and Pink Lemonade and Chardonnay and Sea Glass and Blue Ocean. We have some really nice mixes that I think you guys would love to use in your project. So definitely check them out in the Buy Now store, which is hotfixfix.com. So the Hot Fix Fix store is for those who need their rhinestone fix right now and cannot wait for the buy-in. So that's what the Hot Fix Fix store is for. Alrighty. Almost done. Looks like one more, and then I'm gonna do a quick check to be sure. I'm not gonna rub my finger over this because these are jumping around for some reason. So that looks like all of them. Okay. So let's slide these off to the side. I will deal with those momentarily. Now with the hinge method, as you see, this is, as you remember, is one template on top of the other. So now with this still stuck to the table, I did not move this at all and I did not move that at all. So when you hinge this back over, theoretically, it should lay right in place over the top of this one. The drawback is you are putting tall stones on top of this part of the template, and these are down in the holes. So you got to do a little bit more, pressure in these areas where the Labrador stones are, and then you'll be just fine. But that's a drawback to it. So all we're going to do is just hinge this right on over. Oops, be careful. See, look at it trying to come up off the thing. And boom, just like that, it lays right into place. You see that? Look at how perfect that is. I don't know how well you can see that, but that turned out absolutely perfect. For once, live, something just turned out just where it needed to be. And like I said, having a new piece of tape helps because you don't have to, do a whole heck of a lot of work to get these Labrador stones or whatever color stones you have that are down below the surface of the hinged stones, because the tape will pick it right up because it's sticky. It said it's optimal stickiness. But again, all you got to do is just rub down into where those hinged stones are. And then if you have a third layer, same process applies. You just hinge it back over, lay the third square, and do the same thing. Okay. So let's see how many of these we picked up. Make sure all of those, look at that. Look at that. Not a stone left yet. Look at there. Got all of them. And there you have a completed tiger template. Look at there. So let's get this puppy pressed. I'm going to go ahead and put the carrier sheet back over the top of him because, y'all, we done had enough craziness happen today. So I'm going to pick these up for right now. I'm going to leave them together for the time being. And I'm going to set them off to the side. Now let's grab the jean jacket because I really think this is still going to be fire on that jean jacket. I really do. So let's look. I'm gonna give it a look first, just to be sure. Let me put this back where it was. All right, just to be sure. That's still not bad, y'all. I think that'll still fit really nice and present really nice right in that area. Because otherwise it might have been too big for this jacket. What say you? So I'm gonna go ahead and pre-press this on my Tealy, which is 16 by 20. And again, I apologize for not having the camera over here so that you can watch the press, but we'll try our best to make sure we get it over there, right over there, so that you get the peel reveal that we need you to have. All right. Nope, that's not gonna work. Let's move this in closer. Excuse me. I probably should have, because of the way I am, I probably should have did the handheld press, but I'm gonna tell you the other reason why I did not. So when you're pressing denim is a thicker, denser material than t-shirts or sweatshirts, right? So when you're pressing denim, it takes a longer time for it to heat up to the optimal temperature to get the glue on the back of the stones to melt, and for the stone glue to melt, and for the jacket to absorb the glue. So I'm pressing this jacket twice, okay? Pre-pressing it twice. And that's because, again, excuse me, I need this jacket to get hot. And I need it to stay warm while I apply the template to it, so that when I do press the template on here, the jacket is good and hot, and then the stones can heat up even more when I press this and let it press. And I'm going to press these stones twice too, because your denim is just such a thicker fabric. You definitely want it to accept the glue like it's supposed to, so that it will last a long time on the back of this jacket and hopefully never come off. All right. So, golly, that looks good, y'all. Oh my gosh. This is insane. I am so glad I did that gold orange AB. All right. So again, I'm going to press it twice. And then we'll bring it over here for that peel reveal. Tionda, thank you so very much for being a member. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Welcome. Thank you for being a member and supporting our channel. And tell mama, I appreciate her. That was a good lookout. I'm going to try it. Tell her I'm going to give it a shot. All right. So this is the end of the second press. One, boom. So I'm going to bring this right over. And then we'll do our peel reveal on this jacket. Y'all, this turned out really nice. All righty. So here we go. Who's ready for the peel reveal on this denim jacket? Look at there. Look at that. Look at that. Somebody come and look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. God almighty. Man, sakes alive. Not a stone left behind. Look at the insane bling on that tiger. Look at the insane bling on that tiger. Okay. Actually, I do see a stone didn't stick right there. Two of them. So I'm going to have to check and see if it's stuck to the tape and put them on there. But meanwhile, look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? That looks amazing, actually. It's not too big and it's not too small. But because it's SS6, ironically, the stones are just so small and they're just really blinging their little hearts out. Look at that mess. Oh my gosh. I am going to be super cute wearing this dress. Wearing this jacket. And I'm going to have to find me a nice orangish colored dress, which I thought I bought one when I was at. Oh, I did. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this. Ah, it's going to be super cute. Tell me I'm not gonna be funky fly. Look, Linda, look. It's been sitting over there, so it's a little bit wrinkled. But look, ooh, strappy. Be strappy under this. Don't make me put it on and model, y'all. Don't make me do it. I don't think y'all ready for that. It's already after 11 o'clock. We ain't got time for that. We don't have time for it. We just don't. Not tonight. Not tonight. I'm not gonna do that tonight. I'm not. But I'm just saying. That's cute. That is so cute. I know, right? It's the eye of the tiger. Y'all don't need me singing that either. Okay, so let's switch over. Actually, I'm gonna press this again because I'm gonna make sure my stones are on there. Because I'll be darned if I wear this and then my stones be coming off. And then we'll switch back over to the other camera and close out the show because it's after 11 and I said I wouldn't hold y'all later, and I can't find that dang hoodie with the red string in it, so I'm kind of heated about that. You know what? I should have did a pressing pillow. That's what I should have did. Let me put this pillow under here because we need to make sure that SS6, because the seams. So yeah, use your pressing pillow and make sure that you press more than one time with your SS6 so that the all of those stones get the press that they need. Because I do have those two stones stuck to the dooflachi, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see, where are you? You are right there, right there. Lord. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this later because I got old eyes. Well, no, let me just do this. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. You know the perfectionist in me is killing me, and I gotta get these up here on his forehead because we can't have no tiger with a dot missing off his forehead. It's just not gonna. That's not super cute. So we need that cute. That stone goes right there, and we need that to be right. Okay, now let's press him. And then we'll be ready. That gold orange is fire, y'all. Oh my gosh. So it is gold orange AB. This is gold orange AB. We do have it in SS10 and SS6. So it's like it has some orangish and some reddish and some goldish. So yeah. That's what we got right here. And I'm going to press it twice again with the pressing pillow under it to make sure that that SS6 hits the heat press like it's supposed to. And this is the SS10. Okay. So that's the SS10. And for those who may not know, because I get a lot of emails and people are like, you sent me the wrong size. This is SS10. This is SS6. That's a big difference in size of rhinestones. So when you get it and you're like, no, this is I needed SS10 and you sent SS6. No, fam, this is SS6 right here. Look, that's big difference. Big difference in size. So no, it's the right size, my dear. I'm not gonna cheat you. I promise. I don't have a need to. Okay. So let's grab all of this from off the heat press. And what else did I press? No, I did the embroidery. And then I'm gonna have to cut out the E and press that later. But for right now, I think this is gonna be cute enough. I swear I do. I think it's gonna be perfect. Just the way it is, even though it did not turn out to be SS10. And I'm gonna look at that real quick as well. So let's get this and let's swap this over. Which one? This one. Boom. So we can say, ooh, shimmy. Ooh, shimmy. Look at that. Let me. Move, chair. I got the bottle. Look at that. Look at that. Or maybe I'm gonna flex like the muscle men so that you can see that good. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that tiger coming at you. What? Y'all ain't ready for that. Look at that level of bling. Come on, fam. Don't make me do it. Where is it at? Don't make me cut the light off. Come on. Don't make me. Gotta do it. Boom! Look at that. When you bust out like that in dark, when you bling this hard in the dark, come on, fam. Come through with that finer thing. Ooh, tiger shimmy. Look at that. Look at that. Love it. This is denim. Okay. So can you put the rhinestones on denim? Yes, you can. Holler. All right, y'all. So that was fun. Uh-oh. I done banished my seat and I ain't got nothing to sit on. Okay. So, hey, puppy. So, at any rate, that was that. We did embroidery, which I still can show the embroidery. I mean, you know, the embroidery was still cute. We did embroidery. We did denim. And it looks amazing. We used gold orange AB. All right. Gold orange. Look at that. God, I lose it myself every time because look at the bling. Come on, fam. Look at that. I mean, you can buy rhinestones anywhere else. You can. Because I just want you to bling. I really do. I'm not offended if you don't buy the finer thing. But if you do, I'm just saying, you won't be disappointed in the bling anyways. The bling is just going to speak for itself. And so let's show you the embroidery that I put way over here like I wouldn't wrap tight. All right, so take the rhinestone part off because we're going to use that again. I promise. We'll set that right there. And then, like I said, here's the E, which is tone on tone. A little bit darker, just a smidge darker so that it'll stand out some. And then we're going to put AB stones in this letter. And then we have the AB bling string that is in here as well. Do I have, let me see if I don't have bling string. I don't think I do. I swear I don't think I do. Oh, wrong one. I'm more than positive I don't have it because I remember saying, yeah, no, I don't. Okay, so I don't have the hoodie string from yesteryear that I was buying before the pandemic, and those were thicker than this. I showed it on the show last week. Or was it with Marilyn and Patrice's live this week? I don't know. Go watch all of them. Because somewhere in one of them shows, I showed the old hoodie string and the bling string right here that goes in for shoelaces. So these are in the hotfixfix.store. They are available. You get them in pairs for just in case you want to use them for shoes. My daughter-in-law used it for like a belt loop. The way my waistline is set up, I don't know that that's a wise idea over here, but you know, if your waistline is set up a little bit different, you could possibly use this as a belt as well. Baggy string, you know, like the little duffel bags that people was wearing on their back with the straps, purse strap. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with this. Let me know how you would use it. I would love to know in the chat below after the show. But we have crystal AB, we have crystal, and we have jet hematite right now. And these are the longer ones that are for your wall verses or your wall Limberlands. Not for regular tennis shoes. Your Wall Air Force Ones type stuff. So Wally World Air Force Ones. Those that was the brand. I got the brand name wrong. But those are what these strings are for. Now, if you're doing your regular low top tennis shoes, like my tennis shoes are regular tennis shoes, so they're way too long for that. And I have strings coming that are shorter that you should be able to use in the tennis shoes, and I'll know that for sure when they get here, and I'll check it first. If they're not the right length, then I won't be offering those. But at any rate, so you can check those out as well. But thank y'all for joining me. This was fun. Although not everything turned out quite the way we wanted to, but we still all learned all kinds of valuable information, like how you can take Sew What Pro if you do embroidery, and you can take an embroidery design and turn it into an SVG and cut it out with your Cricut or your Brother Scanning Cut or your Silhouette or any one of your cutters. We also learned how to do the hinge method with our rhinestones to save you from having to do two different templates if you didn't feel like doing two different templates. I also mentioned to you guys about the poll on Facebook where we got a new mix coming out. It's called Classes, and it's going to be super cute. Keep your eye open if you're in the Facebook group so that you can look for the next set of 3 mixes that you can vote on in the poll to see who is going to be our next mix winner. And then, you know what, just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys your Bling team, the McQuacklings, one more time wearing their super cute gear that they had on up there in the mountains. Super adorable. Absolutely love my babies, and the grandbabies even was busting out their babies booty gear in Bling. Everybody was happy to wear it, and it was super adorbs. So, you know, hats off to them. The team should everything going well and the creek don't rise, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. The team will be here tomorrow. We'll be getting mixes and stuff together and getting those hotfixfix.store orders out and finishing tallying up for the buy-in. How many folks ordered for the buy-in? And it ends tonight. I almost forgot to say that. That's insane. The buy-in ends tonight. So tonight at midnight is the end of the buy-in. That's midnight Pacific Standard Time. You can wait to the last minute you want to, but for some reason, I wake up every time 3 a.m. and as soon as my eyeballs open, I reach over and go bloop, and it goes away. So just keep that in mind. The buy-in does end tonight at midnight Pacific Standard Time to give you guys over there on the West Coast time to get your orders in. And then we'll ship that out. And about 30 days later, we'll be sending out your buy-in orders of your bling. All right. So I enjoyed it tonight. We went over a little bit. I apologize, but you know, we got to have a little bit of extra fun. And I kept my clothes on tonight. How cool was that? So you guys have a good night. Thank you again for hanging out with us. And I'm going to have to go back and read the chat. I apologize. Mr. McQuacken still ain't up, y'all. He done slept through the whole show. So he missed out. He going to have to rewatch it too. So I'm going to go back there and go to bed myself because I'm tired too. And I got a long day tomorrow. So you guys have a great night. When you bling out your jean jackets, please put a picture up in the hoop group so that we can see it. When you do your embroidery and your bling, please put the pictures up so that we can see it. Let us know when you're making that money off of this bling because folks need to know you are able to make money off of it because I know you can. I've done it for years. So you can do that too. But at any rate, until the next time we see you all, we hope you have happy embroidery plus blinging. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We'll talk to you later. Bye.